Welcome to another episode of the Slackadjusters podcast with your boy Tim Motivates and your other boy,
Salim V World.
Man, what's going on, Salim? How you been?
I'm good, man. Good. Pretty eventful week, but yeah, we still standing, baby.
We're still standing. Live to
Still
fight another
standing
day,
strong.
buddy.
Yeah.
How your pockets looking? Can I hold something? Okay, John Wick up in here. Got John Wick up in here. I said to hold something, not stick me up.
I thought we was gonna go Robin spree.
Nah,
Let me
man,
put that back
nah,
up. Let me put that back up. You know what I'm
Mr.
saying?
007 coming in hot himself. Salim, what we talking about today, my brother?
Man, you saw the title, the name of the title, Rich Dad, Fraud Dad, the story of Robert Kiyosaki.
Who's Robert Kiyosaki for the people that don't know?
He was a very influential figure of mine, man. Growing
Really?
up, well, I'm not gonna say growing up, but he's. How can I explain Robert Kiyosaki? He's a real estate mogul. He's a real estate mogul, and made a lot of money in real estate.
And he's most famous for that book you just
The Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Yes, yeah. Okay. And Robert Kiyosaki, he was like a pioneer of the courses.
Yeah, he was.
Courses. Yeah, and but he sparked it off with Rich Dad Poor Dad. It was a number one seller finance book. You know, he calls it the number one bestseller of all time. But it was a very popular book, and I read the book, and it actually played a big part in helping me start my trucking business.
Because I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Your book made its rounds through our company. I believe you let a mutual friend of us borrow it. He told me about it.
Yeah.
I borrowed it from him.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And I read it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I recently just bought that book for my son at Barnes & Noble.
Really?
Has he read it yet? I don't think he opened it yet. I got to get on his behind. However, there it is.
You know what I mean? So like I told you, we bought the book, and we didn't just buy the book. We bought probably 5 or 6 of these books.
Wow.
And I'm not gonna say we. My wife, she bought them, and she passed them all around.
Nice.
Son or daughter, did they read them? Who knows? But I read this book front to back, and when I tell you, I liked it because it talked about, leveraging the LLC. Okay, so this was my wife's book, man. She got notes in here and stuff. Look at this. What the hell? And look, she got all kind of stuff in here.
What the hell is Obama doing in there?
I don't know, man. She got all kind of, that wasn't mine. This is crazy. All kind of notes and stuff. Anyway, it was a very, it's a very influential book, and we talked about leveraging corporations.
I just looked it up, man. That book was released in 1997.
Dude, it's been around for a long time.
Jesus Christ.
It's been around for a long time.
28 years, roughly?
Yes, and he's made buku money on it. Wow. And not only did we have the book, we also went out and bought the board game. So when I tell you,
flow, wow. Check that out. That thing look fresh too. Look like y'all barely even played that game.
Dude, you can't see the dust. I can knock the dust off it.
Oh, okay. I see.
Let me tell you something. This board game. This is Monopoly on steroids.
Nice.
And when I tell you, yeah, absolutely. Because look, it's good for you and your children to play that. Mm-hmm. We love Monopoly. That's Monopoly on steroids. I love that game.
Most business people love Monopoly.
Man, it's awesome. But it's a realistic situation. You can pick being you might be a doctor, but you might have $400,000 worth of student loan, or you might be a warehouse worker with no debt, but you don't make but $4,000 a month. You see what I'm saying? So it put people in real life scenarios, and you got to kind of leverage, work your way out of these situations to see how you would become rich. You know what I mean?
Definitely would like to borrow that for
that
sure.
It's a fun thing. So why are we calling Robert Kiyosaki a fraud? Look, man, there's some interesting takes on it, and I can best let some other people explain it in other videos. But for me, what sparked me was when I listened to him recently. So I kind of removed myself away from him for years, but I pulled him up, and he talks about now how he has $1.2 billion worth of debt. And his strategy now is that it's good to have debt like that because it makes him richer leveraging debt. And if you know me, I am a big proponent of being debt free.
Cash out, Celine.
Every
Mr.
time,
Cash out himself.
I try to, if I could, and really, I hate the idea that he's putting out there, and I'm also not a big proponent of cryptocurrency either. He talks about Bitcoin, and I'm not a believer in Bitcoin. Bitcoin has performed extremely well lately after Donald Trump got elected.
I'm about to check my wallet right now. You can see what my Coinbase looking like. No sponsorships.
Well, I'm actually, it's funny too because I've got a Coinbase account as well.
I'm looking good, bro.
You looking good?
It's looking good.
Okay. Well,
good, bro. You want me to show you real quick?
Nah, you don't need to.
Okay, I showed the people.
Nah, we're good.
I'm up since election night.
Yeah, everybody's up.
I like crypto, buddy.
I'm actually up too. I'm back up a little, but see, I'm still down from my original, like when I put in 2-3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you're not doing it right, man. You're not doing it right. You're supposed to play it like this. Listen, man.
Is that what Robert said?
Not Robert, but a couple other people. But listen, here's the thing: cryptocurrency is one of the biggest scams too. But I'm not gonna. I don't have to try to prove myself with that. You know what I mean?
Get you started with.
Yeah, let's not. People don't understand people don't understand money, and we're gonna get into. We're gonna get into this. This is how serious this conversation is, because we're gonna get into the BRICS, the BRICS, because that's what Donald Trump is threatening. We'll talk about it a little bit later. Okay. So currency is a very important, asset in a country's asset. Like America will be nothing without the dollar. You see what I'm saying? How powerful is the dollar? You think they're going to let
it's the strongest currency in the world right now?
You think
the world standard?
You think
they're going to let standard currency, people?
Right? Do you think they'll let any other currency come in and compromise that? Hell no.
But the BRIC people are trying to do that. The BRIC squad.
We'll talk about that in a little bit.
All my people from East Atlanta, we know about BRIC squad. We don't know about the BRICS.
But you know about BRIC. You know what the BRICS.
We know about the BRICS. But let's get into it. Let's not bore the people with small talk.
Yeah. So we're gonna cue up this thing. It's my man right here, and he'll bring a little insight to the game, if you know what I'm saying.
Time and time again on my various social media platforms.
The reason I am so rich is because I'm in debt.
And I've had viewers in our comments section talk about his material, and I believe that the information he is spreading is toxic. Let's first explore his ideas, and you can make your own determination. First, the central point in Rich Dad Poor Dad is so blaringly obvious that it borders on being innocuous. He believes that you should acquire assets, which he defines as anything that puts money into your pocket. And that's not a problem. I genuinely can't think of any financial influencer who wouldn't say that. The problem lies in how he recommends you acquire those assets. And I'm going to let him use his own words here.
So how do I get rich? I borrow money.
Okay, cool. The idea of using debt to buy an asset isn't novel. This whole idea is called leverage. He's literally just describing capital structure. But the amount of debt he recommends is truly stifling. Here he is again.
Well, in one of your YouTube videos, you actually said that you're currently $600 million in debt. No?
1.2 billion.
1.2 billion. Okay. There we go.
So, first off, I imagine your first reaction is similar to mine. Wow. How can you boldly claim that $1.2 billion in debt is a good thing? What does he claim will happen if he's unable to service the debt? Because, and I know you know this, money isn't free. You have to pay interest on debt.
If I go bust, the bank goes bust. It's not my problem.
So, to get this straight, he thinks that if he goes bust, the bank will go bust. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
I am a billionaire in debt. You know why? Because I get tax breaks for borrowing money.
The strategy that he's proposing here, while me and other Buffett-style investors view it as unwise, is a legitimate way to invest. The idea of using debt to acquire a piece of real estate that produces cash in the form of rent to cover your interest expense is nothing new. And yeah, this works. I have a mortgage on my house, but I Airbnb the first floor of it, which more than covers the insurance, mortgage, and taxes. But here's the thing. If my Airbnb shuts down, I'm ready to pay out of pocket. I'm not going to go under. What I can't get past in this strategy that he's proposing is that if you can't pay your debt, then the bank, which has underwritten those loans and knows exactly what type of assets you have, will begin seizing those assets. I came very close to finding this out as a child.
But dude, real quick, so you get what he's saying, right?
Yeah.
Think about what he like. Here's the thing: these gurus, they're good at making obvious, basic information sound so deep. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And by him being Robert Kiyosaki, being very successful, you tend to, he tends to get the ear lent to him off rip. You see what I'm saying? He's gonna get people gonna pay him some attention versus if I told you something, you're not gonna give me the time of day until I've proven myself, right?
Right.
Robert Kiyosaki, he's proven himself, and so now he can say something. It'll make people say, "Oh man, I'm gonna give that a shot. Let me look into this." He said I'm a billionaire in debt. Think about that.
Very shock jockey.
He said, if I go out of business, the banks go out of business. It's like, dude, what the hell are you talking about? Nobody loans you that kind of money. You see what I'm saying? If they don't know that they don't have an invested interest in it. It's just like he said, if you own a bunch of real estate and you start not being able to pay back them loans, they come for your real estate. I mean, tell me how you get around that.
Well, in a very short way of explaining it, the way I understand it, he's basically saying he gets in so much debt that if he defaults in any type of way, they're just going to restructure the deal for him versus losing out on the money that he's borrowed.
Restructure what deal? They're going to come snatch they're going to snatch the shit from him. That's what they're going to do. It's like I'm going to buy a bunch of cars. I'm going to go out and buy, let's say I buy about, $500,000 worth of cars and throw them on Toro. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And say, okay, I got $500 worth of debt, but those cars are making me, let's say $10,000 a month. And I got, let's say that $500,000 worth of debt cost me $5,000 a month. So I profit $5,000 in my pocket, but it gets slow, saying it's winter time. People are not renting cars for whatever reason, and cars are sitting up. Now I'm only generating $4,000 a month, and I can do that for about 3 or 4 or 5 months straight. Do you think that that $500,000 note is still, it still has to be paid? How do they not come back and get their cars?
Well,
you think the bank? Hold on, you think the bank is going to restructure my loan in any kind of way?
not
Hell
on
no.
cars, no, but on maybe.
So what's the difference on a house? They'll foreclose on that shit even quicker.
But we're talking about 500,000 versus $500 million or $1 billion in real estate.
Who's going now? So who's he speaking to then?
Well, he's
Who's gonna give
speaking
you?
to his base. He's speaking to people who respect his name, like you said before, who are probably going to buy his courses, right?
But who's
The
going to
stuff
be
that
able?
he's
Who's
go
going to get a
ahead.
loan for $1 billion? Who's going to be able to get that much money?
Not many people.
So he's not really
Not many
talking to
people.
those people. Know that he's on that bullshit. So that's my point.
Not many people, Salim.
That's my point.
But what he's talking is not total fables.
I'm not saying it's 100% bullshit, but it's 99.9% bullshit. Let my man cook real quick.
Hour of the night. Why? Because my family was in financial turmoil. We almost lost our house. How did we get into this mess to begin with? Excessive debt being used to buy commercial real estate.
Hello.
And these ideas came from a single book that my father read, and that was Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
So I flunked out of high school twice. I flunked out when I was 15, and I flunked out when I was 17.
And what I was taught was that if you want to be rich, it took skills, not a college education, but skills. And the number one skill, not number one.
Look at his seatbelt over the arm like this. You noticed that?
I was looking, it looked weird, like he got a damn broke arm sling or something.
I mean, like this cat, like why they always on jets? See, it's a very deceptive thing that these people do.
This jet does sound like it's in the air though.
I mean, they got studios that put people in jets like this and put that air. Yeah, you get that sound.
Robert
This guy
really in a jet, man. You think Robert ain't in a jet right now?
They could be in a jet, but
flying over somebody's country.
Well, look how he got the seatbelt wrapped around the damn armrest.
I don't know why he got it like that.
Look how flicked he looked.
It does kind of look fake though, right? Let me put my seatbelt on to make it say bro.
But the other guy, he got his seatbelt on.
You know, why the other guy got his? Maybe the other guy just came from the bathroom. All right, go on. Let's see.
But one of the top skills is how to use debt as money.
Now, my dad is a fighter and the hardest working person I know. I was a junior in high school at the time. I remember him sitting me down and telling me that he was ready to get a fourth job. Yes, he already had 3 jobs to pay for me to go through college. So why am I making this video now? Because I'm seeing Mr. Kiyosaki's advice pop up time and time again on my various social media platforms.
The reason I am so rich is because I'm in debt.
And I've had viewers in our comments section talk about his material. And I believe that the information he is spreading is toxic. Let's first explore his ideas, and you can make your own determination. First, the central point in Rich Dad, Poor Dad is so blaringly obvious that it borders on being innocuous. He believes that you should acquire assets, which he defines as anything that puts money into your pocket.
But look. Hold on for a second, though, because I think I kind of took it backwards a little bit. But here's you get the point, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get the point, and it kind of left off where I wanted to kind of leave off right there. But you get what I'm saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you talk about debt, everybody can't do what he did. Everybody, not even a small amount of people can get that amount of money. $1 billion, you see what I'm saying? Or $1 million.
Don't you watch Grant Cardone?
No, I don't. I can't. I think he's a fraud
You have to scale, Salim. You start off with a duplex, right? Okay, you get that duplex below market value, right? And then you put a renter in both sides. Or you rent one side.
Right. You live in one side.
You live in one side. You put a renter in another one.
Let him pay for both of them.
You stay in that sucker for 1 year.
Right.
Boom. Refinance it, Salim. Take that money out. Put it in another house. Okay.
Double it. Yeah.
Guess what? Another house, 800,000.
Just like that.
Repeat the process. Now you want a 3-door. You want a 3-door, right?
No, you got a quad. The quad thing.
You want to get a quad because you got probably a 400,000 home line credit from that first property.
That's right.
You roll it over.
That's right.
So before you know it, you're at you repeat that 10x.
10 times
10x. You 10x that, Salim. And before you know it, you on Robert and Grant's level.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
just click
Damn.
right here for the course. It's on sale. It's on sale right now for $9.99. Only
That's
for the
it?
next 99 minutes. Click here,
Wait,
Salim.
hold on for a second. No,
Click
you
here.
just sold me. You just sold me. Hold on for a second. Let me get my damn card out. And man, that's the scam. Well, that's the hustle, man.
Click here. It's simple
Exactly.
math.
Well, yeah, thank you, man. What am I talking about, man? I'm such a damn fool, man. You
Just
just
saying.
explained it all to me, man. And they say
saying.
he's an original hustler like that, Robert Kiyosaki. Now, I'm not going to knock on that book because
Cash is trash, Salim. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I interrupted.
you know what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
That's his thing. This right here, he hold up a dollar bill. This is toilet paper. This is toilet paper. You know what I mean? But yet, and still, and we'll link the guys. We'll link that video, and you can watch. It's a good watch. And he'll say, "Cash is trash. This is toilet paper."
Yeah.
But yet, I invest in gold and silver and Bitcoin, and I hate this stuff right here. This cash. But yet, when you go buy that course, you're buying it in cash. When you go buy, but you cannot buy Bitcoin in any other way but with cash. You see what I'm saying?
Credit debit.
It's cash. That's money. You know,
Use your American Express card, guys.
that's dollars. You see what I'm saying?
Capital One card.
You see, and then in order to you're not spending Bitcoin on your bills. You're not paying bills in Bitcoin. You're not paying bills and you're not doing nothing. You got to convert that Bitcoin back to what? That toilet paper.
USD.
You see what I'm saying? And so that's why that's why it's just such a he's such a I hate when people talk like this.
So is it safe to say that you're no longer a Kiyosaki fan?
Look, man, I still would tell people to read the book, but it's how do you take it? What do you take from it? Like I said, I remember reading the book, and he talked about, not being a worker. So he got the quadrants: business owner, employees, entrepreneurs, investors, right? That's his little theory. And you want to stay away from this quadrant and that quadrant. I like that. I want to be a business owner, and I like the idea of being an investor and having money work for you. I like those ideas. They all give you something to shoot for, right?
Yeah.
But don't get, then he'll tell you to do some network marketing, which I'm not a believer in network marketing.
What's
Okay.
that, like the pyramid scheme?
They call them pyramid, exactly.
Multi-level
marketing. You know what I'm saying? He talked about gold and silver, which I'm a big proponent in gold and silver. Physical.
Celine, yeah, you got that. You got that. Yeah, I heard you.
I
got
like that.
precious metal game popping right now.
Well, it ain't popping like that, but I'm just saying I like the idea. You got to diversify. You see what I'm saying? So I like being diverse like that.
Bullion.
Yeah, bullion. So I liked how he talked about LLCs and C corps. And that's basic knowledge, and you should be incorporated. Putting yourself behind a corporation, leveraging your corporation. All the things we talk about.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of sparked me from there. So it's a small beginner stepping stone. This book is. But when he starts talking about, when he goes into depth about buying real estate and buying debt, you should cut them off then, and that's the problem. People are not going to cut. You're not going to cut people. Once you start reeling a person in and you talk good and you sound like you're smart and you made money, this guy's made millions off of these courses and these books.
So
this guy's, I'm not, I hate the debt conversation, and you know that. Okay. And you know that, man.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
man.
So that's what I'm trying to say.
I'm just
so
saying.
I'm not, it's very important.
You're basically saying, eat the fruit, spit out the seeds.
There you go.
How do you tell that the seeds
from the fruit
are from the fruit? Like
that's
especially when you want to be sitting on the PJ with your seatbelt on weird. How do you tell?
Well, here's the problem, man. Here's the problem. That's a great question. Anytime somebody's flaunting shit at you like that, then that's when you run away from them.
Nobody gonna listen to a damn a guy in a brown jacket in a Toyota Frontier.
They didn't make a Toyota Frontier. That's what.
You know,
I've never seen
you
one of
gotta
those.
play the game, Celine.
And that's how they pull
Huh?
suckers in. Dave Ramsey, I don't even know what kind of car Dave Ramsey drives. I've
David
never
Ramsey, he
seen.
drives a paid off 2021 Bentley
Nah, Bentley.
Bentayga.
No,
Bentley
2021,
Bentayga 2021. I
2021
guarantee it.
Chevy Impala, maybe. But that cat is a stupid rich. But you don't see him stunting in anything. These boys got to be on jets, and they have to sell it. See, they got to play the music in the background. They got to show you badass cars and all this kind of naked women. You know what I'm saying? They got to shoot the video in a beautiful resort in Dubai. You see what I'm saying? And then the words that they talk to you, they just kind of roll through your head, and you're like, oh, you don't really hear what they say. It's like basic shit. You see what I'm saying? So it's a psychological game.
Yeah.
But if I can talk to you like this and make it make sense, that's the guy you need. That's who you need to listen to.
I will buy from you.
The prerequisites. Sign here. Click here. $9.99 for the first 99 minutes. Click here. So, but you see what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, though.
Find somebody. Take all the flash out and talk to me. That's who I want to listen to.
So
but it's boring. It's boring and it's slow.
To wrap things up on this subject, what's your stance on debt, Salim? Because basically what you're saying right now is debt is bad. Is there such a thing as good debt?
Look, man, there is good debt. There's good debt. Okay. There's good debt.
What's your stance on debt?
I mean, if you're going to borrow some money, in my opinion, if you're going to borrow money to make money, you better know what you're doing.
Okay, I like that.
You better know what you're doing. People borrow money to buy a house. You better have a good job, and you better have a plan to pay it off. You know what I'm saying? You better have a contingency plan.
Yeah.
If you're gonna borrow money if you're gonna go borrow money to buy, let's say, 2025 BMW X7. I'll just throw a random car out there. You know what I'm saying? You better have a game plan. Is that a smart move? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It is? You better have a game plan to pay that car off. All right. I always look at it like this, and we'll cut it lips. And listen, I always look at it like this: $100,000 car, right? How much money do you need to make, in your opinion, to go out and buy $100,000 car? Like, if I'm buying a car, if I'm buying $100,000
or
car,
financing,
period, financing, buying, whatever you want to call it, to acquire a $100,000 car, what's the minimum amount of money that you believe you should be able to make in order to buy a $100,000 car?
I would say I would probably want to be at 150, 200,000 a year. Stretch that bad boy out for 5-year finance, get the lowest payment. You know what I mean? Yeah, I would say about 150.
As soon as you pull it off the parking lot, how much that shit worth?
$100,000 car? As soon as I pull it off the lot,
as soon as you pull off,
probably gonna be worth about 80.
Man, that shit crazy,
90,
man.
90.
That's one of the worst.
90.
That's one of the worst. The day you pull it off, it dropped 10,000. That's one of the worst investments ever, man. Then you drive it for a year, now it's worth 80. Then you drive for another year, now it's worth 65. 3 years in, it's worth 65.
Ball till you fall, Salim.
Somebody runs in and taps it, right? Barely put any damage on it, but it's record wreck on it. Now it's got a wreck on the record. Somebody looks at it, it's worth 50.
Grind hard.
But guess what? You still owe 90.
Grind hard, buy another one.
I'm not.
YOLO.
You know what, man? Listen.
YOLO.
This conversation can go for a long time. I'm not going to dive into it.
I get what you're saying.
We're going to spark. We just kind of sparking the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Viewers, you go out there, check it out. Well, the link will be in the video. Look into it. Don't take anything for surface value on the surface. Do your research. Do tons of research. Hear both sides of the story. Make an informed decision. But that's also going to lead me into talking about another topic that we want to get into.
Yeah.
I wanted to pull it up. Where was it on a YouTube video, or was it a short that I sent you
Was
about
it the
Donald
BRICS?
Trump? It was about the BRICS, but
That was an Instagram reel.
it was an Instagram reel. Okay, so Donald Trump Donald Trump came up and said, no, it was on True Social. Donald Trump got his own social media now. You know that?
Yep.
And I think that was on his social media, or it was on X, one or the other. But I'll just read it briefly right here. Trump says BRICS countries will face 100% tariffs if they create a new currency. BRICS, and we're going to get in what the BRICS is. Donald Trump says there's no chance that the BRICS will replace the U.S. dollar in trade, and my country and any country that tries should say wave goodbye to America. The idea that the BRICS countries are trying to move away from the dollar while we stand by and watch is over. We require a commitment from these countries that they will either create a new BRICS, that they will neither create a new currency nor back any other currency to replace the mighty U.S. dollar, or face 100% tariffs. You should expect to say goodbye to selling into the world one for U.S. economy. He don't want you to even back another currency, right? So when we talk about this BRICS, let's pull this up right here, man. When we talk about this BRICS, let's give the viewers a little rundown of what BRICS is. So I'll read it for you right here, but I'll share the screen with you real quick. That's BRICS right there. Now, who we got in the video?
Oh, sookie now.
Yeah, boy. That's BRICS right there.
That look like something out of, like, you remember that song YMCA? You gotta sing a YMCA.
Right. Listen, BRICS is an intergovernmental organization comprising 9 countries, and so that's like 5 of the 9 countries.
Mm-hmm.
Brazil, Russia. We got Brazil, India, China, Russia, and South Africa right there.
South Africa, yeah.
Then the other 4: Iran, Egypt, Ethiopia, and what? UAE, United Arab Emirates.
Yeah.
BRICS was originally identified to highlight investment opportunities. The group evolved into a geopolitical bloc, with their governments meeting annually at formal summits and coordinating multilateral policies since 2009. Right?
Shady. They shady, bro. They ain't even invite us.
Because they want to do away with the American dollar. You see what I'm saying?
Yep. They look like some fake ass friends. They all ain't none of them over 5'2". Look at them. Maybe President Xi, the Chinese president, he might be 5'4".
Right. Yeah, but
sneaky bastards.
Hey, boy, that's a.
What the BRICS trying to do? Explain to the people what the BRICS trying to do.
Look, according to what Jump was saying, they were trying. If they trying to start their own currency,
yeah,
or move to a different
get
currency.
Rid of the U.S. dollar right now,
yes.
People. The U.S. dollar, USD. When you go to the country, when you go out of the country and you spending money, oh, they want that U.S. dollar. They don't say, hey, yeah, use our pesos, use our pounds. Matter of fact, in Europe, they might want the pounds in the UK. But most of the countries right around here, they want U.S. dollar. Our dollar is powerful, people.
Very powerful.
Our dollar is powerful. And what this little short parade,
aim to do.
What they're trying to do is, bring their dollars together, make their own currency to deflate our dollar. Do y'all know what would happen if the United States dollar is not the main currency used in the world? What happens, Salim?
Shit, I can see the dollar.
Talk about inflation. Talk about inflation.
Well, I'm saying the dollar can cease to exist. I mean, our dollar is highly dependent on foreign trade and foreign utilization from other countries, right?
Talk about
everything
cash
comes
is trash.
everything
Definitely
yeah,
be trash.
exactly. Toilet paper then, oh my goodness. And that when you look at that group right there, that group, I mean, at least China in the middle of that group, from my understanding, hates America,
Sneakiest motherfuckers out there.
but they do hella fine business with America,
They
right?
need us.
And even India, a lot of products come from India, a lot of products come from China,
And we've
which is
been
right there.
trying to we've been trying to build India up so that we won't have to rely on China so much. And look at them over there holding Mr. Chi hand. I slap the mess out you. What's his name? Let me find out this guy's name. I want to call his name.
That's Habibi.
Nah, come on. There's only one Habibi, and he's on our he was on our podcast.
Yeah. That's okay. That's
Look at that
Habibi.
episode. That's the only Habibi we respect around here.
You fake Habibi. You fake. He don't even have a tie on. Look at that. I just noticed that about him.
Yeah, his name is oh damn. I don't know who that Indian guy is. They saying India's president is a woman. Draupadi Murmu. The hell is this woman?
Damn, did she just take over?
Maybe. Let me see. Yeah, damn it. Anyway, whoever that dude is right there, we don't know how long this picture was taking. Boy, we watching you, man. We watching you, man. We need our dollars to stay strong. And Trump ain't with it, man.
I ain't going for that bullshit.
Based off that statement you read, Salim, what do you think? You think Trump got that type of juice?
Oh yeah, Trump ain't gonna play with them.
He's offering what? He's threatening 100% sanctions if they try that. Well, if our dollar ain't worth nothing, then what are the sanctions gonna do?
Well, I mean, we do business with Europe and a lot of other countries. That's the thing. You can't put all your money in one basket, all your eggs in one basket, right? Those are two big baskets in the middle right there. So all that Temu and all that them cheap products y'all like to play with, that that's Temu.
Alibaba.
Yeah, that's
Alibaba.
That's your Temu right there. Your Amazon right there, dude. You're gonna have to cut Temu and Amazon out. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to go to good old USA, American made in America, right? Now look at you. You see what I'm saying? How strong that's why that's important to not put all of our interest in across seas, right? Is that important? What other president was talking about that?
I totally agree. I totally agree.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Look at this is a big conversation we're gonna follow and keep up with, but maybe we'll do a full video on that one. I just thought it was important because seeing about Robert Kiyosaki kind of tied in with money and stuff like that. It was hot, just popped up on us today, and maybe something interesting to look into.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So
I'm with it, man. We'll follow up on this so we can educate the people. Matter of fact, Salim has his financial advisor. Really, Salim? We gotta get you together over there.
Oh,
Salim reached out to his financial advisor. We're hoping to be able to bring him and other people who can speak on this these type of subjects a little bit more articulately. And we're also going to work on getting Salim fiber internet people. Because,
what's happening? What's wrong?
Well, you're more pixelated than a Roblox game right now. Yeah, that's exactly how it looks. Y'all forgive my buddy, man. Please like and subscribe for much better content coming your way.
Hey, man, we good over here, man.
Like, subscribe, comment. Let us know about what y'all think about on these subjects, man. We're definitely enjoying ourselves, speaking to you guys about these type of topics. We'll have more trucking topics on the way. Salim, what you got for the people, man?
Hey, man,
get out of here.
I love y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe. Enjoy your day, and we out.
See you next time. Peace.
Peace.